So we all know about Young Thug and Gunna's Rico case, and I'm not going to talk about the actual case in this video. I'm going to talk about why I think that Young Thug is actually going to get away with this easily. You see, Young Thug is a 3 Jason. I mean, he says it himself here.
I'm Mason.
I'm Mason.
Look at the birthday girl.
But not only is he a 3 Jason, Young Thug has been put in the music industry for a specific role. He has a purpose in the music industry. It's not just some normal satanic or Luciferian rapper that's just misguiding everyone. No, he has a specific agenda, and we all kind of know this already. I mean, do we even have to say it? He has been put there to blur the lines of the natural order of things. You see, Young Thug was one of the first rappers that actually openly do the colorful stuff that he does. I mean, yes, we've had rumors about other people, other rappers, producers, Diddy and all these other people, but Young Thug was the one that actually openly embraced it and actually ran along with it. Now, people in the beginning was saying that he's just playing a role, it's a gimmick to get attention. That could be true, but that does not change the fact that he could be doing both at the same time. So that's the person that he is, and he's also doing it to get more attention. He's been put there to influence the current and the next generations. He has a purpose in the industry.
I want your man. Then this bitch won't spider whiter. Now it's time for the big flighter. It's time for the spider whiter. Now it's time for the spider whiter.
You see, a lot of these rappers are actually real people that were living normal lives before they became famous. However, some rappers, they were handpicked and trained to be put in the music industry for specific purposes. At this point, I've come to the conclusion that we don't know any of these people that are famous. For example, Kevin Samuels' death just made me start thinking, was he even real? Now, when I say was he even real, I don't mean whether he existed or not. What I'm saying is, was the person that he was portraying himself to be, was that person real? Was that even his real name? Even down to some of his physical features, was that really who he was? See, we don't know this. He could have been playing a character the whole time and we would not know this. Maybe he was put in there to promote a certain idea to the masses and just disappear. Now back to Young Thug. Young Thug sold his soul a long time ago. I mean, let's just go through this music video that he did with Lil Uzi Vert, aka Lucifer. If you say Lil Uzi Vert fast enough, it sounds like Lucifer. Lil Uzi Vert, Lucifer. Yeah, it's not a reach. Let's look at this music video that Young Thug did with Lil Uzi Vert, which is full of symbolism. The video starts with showing you a witch with a pentagram on her face, and you also see her later on with the Baphomet horns on her head as well. That's because Young Thug worships the Baphomet. The Baphomet is an androgynous deity, which means he goes both ways, he has everything, you know. And in this part of the video, you see that it's the one-eye symbolism, but look, notice the color, it's orange. Interesting. And then you see the black and white checkered pattern. We'll see the orange and the black and white checkered pattern is related to 3 Jasonry. If you go to do the gematria of the color orange, if you write orange, it's going to be 33. And if you know 33, if you know anything about this sector of topics, you know that 33 is a number of 3 Jasonry. But this video is highly demonic. There's all sort of stuff going on, and there's a lot of flash imagery going on as well. So for example, in the beginning, there was a demon possessed person, or in fact that probably was a demon flashing in the video, but they had done it in such a quick way that you couldn't really see it unless you slowed down the video. But that's just one music video. There are many others that you could decode and look for symbolism. But while we're at this topic, YSL's artist LoKid also passed away this week at the age of 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. We know about the number 6. And don't you think it's interesting that he passed away right after all this other stuff happened with YSL as well? Well, that's because bodies have to be dropped. Young Thug's freedom has to be earned. He has to do certain things, and I'm not going to be surprised if someone else from his team or maybe even some of his relatives just mysteriously pass away. These things are so common, yet still people do not see it or believe it. Just pay close attention to how many of these relatives of these new artists that suddenly get popping, how many of their relatives suddenly start dropping. Why is that? Well, that's because they have to pay up. That's the way I can say it. If you know, you know, they have to pay up. If you reach a certain level and if you want to go up, you have to pay up in one way or the other, and depending on how high you want to go, the more stuff that you have to do and keep doing. But no matter how much they do, the devil eventually comes to collect. Once you make a deal with him, he has to come collect at some point. None of these famous people leave the music industry or the entertainment industry untouched. The way they came in is also the way they're going to go out. So if this really is the end game for Young Thug, then that means that it's time to go away. But I believe his reason or his role in the music industry is not done yet, because he's been put there for a specific purpose that we already know. So I believe he's going to get away from this easily, maybe easier than Gunna. You notice that I did not mention Gunna in this video because honestly I do not know much about Gunna. I don't really listen to his music and I haven't really done any research on him, so I'm not going to talk about something that I don't know of. But as far as Young Thug is concerned, he's going to get away from this, in my opinion, with too much difficulty. He has a role to play and it's a very strong role, and it, you know, coincides with the current climate of the world and the way things are moving. So yes, thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace.